The international edition of the Times of Russia celebrates the 7th anniversary of its digital publication. The course of history is unpredictable and paradoxical, but its algorithm is determined by creators and enthusiasts. The international edition of the Times of Russia has come a long way from birth to rebirth, from a small printing house in 1941 to a global digital platform promoting peace, culture, and dialogue. On October 13, 2025, the Times of Russia magazine, where hearts and thoughts unite, marked an important milestone by celebrating 7 successful years of its digital publication at a gala event that was successfully held in the State Duma of the Russian Federation. The publication, which began its journey in 1941 as a small Moscow publishing house, moved into the digital era in 2018, rethinking modern Russian journalism in the spirit of unity, truth, and cultural diplomacy. The celebration, organized by the Times of Russia Group in collaboration with the BRICS Cultural Media Forum and the Universal Peace Federation, was attended by government officials, diplomats, representatives of culture and art, journalists, entrepreneurs, and community leaders from the BRICS Plus countries, who came together to honor the rich heritage of the publication and its modern role as a bridge between nations. In his keynote speech, Dr. Sergei Dvoryanov, Vice President of the BRICS Cultural Media Forum, a philosopher and publicist, described the Times of Russia's revival as a revival of trust and dialogue, a living reminder that journalism guided by conscience can unite hearts and peoples. Dr. Sergei Dvoryanov spoke about how the publication continues to use modern technologies while preserving traditional worldview values, honesty, empathy, and responsibility. He stressed that the Times of Russia has become a global platform for bringing together responsible opinion leaders, cultural diplomacy, principled journalism, and intercontinental cooperation. As part of the anniversary celebration, a wide-ranging public discussion in the format of a roundtable on global initiatives of the BRICS Plus countries in the field of economics, new technologies, culture, and education was held under the auspices of the BRICS Cultural Media Forum and the Universal Peace Federation. The main speakers of the discussion were State Duma Deputy Andrei Svintsov, Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, His Excellency Janet Teshome Giroux, well-known entrepreneur, statesman, and public figure, former Deputy Prime Minister of the Republic of Dagestan Abusupian Karkarov, Rector of the International Eurasian University Konstantin Klemenko, and Chairman of the Moscow branch of the Universal Peace Federation Dmitry Samko. Deputy Svintsov noted that today, information-destructive expansion, alas, is part of a proxy war and a destructive strategy of the collective West directed against Russia and countries professing traditional values. The deputy thanked the Times of Russia for supporting high standards of principled and responsible journalism and promoting international understanding through balanced coverage of events. Ambassador Janet Teshome Giroux highly appreciated the long-standing friendship between Russia and Ethiopia, and also noted the high moral authority of the Russian Federation on the African continent, Russia's unwavering commitment to the ideals of justice and constructive dialogue based on respect and mutual support. Mr. Ambassador noted that cooperation with all the world's media and cultural dialogue are the main factors of the Times of Russia's strategy and called the publications team friendly torchbearers of peace through words. Abusupian Karkarov, representative of the Times of Russia in the Republic of Dagestan, in his keynote speech at the State Duma, spoke about the spiritual and cultural potential of Russia, which is based on unity in the diversity of peoples, traditions, and spiritual aspirations. Abusupian Karkarov noted that he had visited the recently successful international music competition, Intervision, as an honorary guest, where he was invited by Dr. Jan Nisarlone, Global President of the BRICS Cultural Media Forum and a member of the jury from India. According to Karkarov, the Intervision project has shown the whole world that Russia today is a country of global hope, where friendship and love reign supreme. It is no coincidence, according to Karkarov, that a member of the jury from the United States voted for the victory of the singer from Vietnam, Nguyen Duc Phuc. The spiritual repentance of an American music expert is also a real victory for Russia, which sets an example of spiritual strength for everyone else. Recognizing the historical guilt of the United States towards the innocent Vietnamese people for the devastating war is not a sign of weakness, but rather a manifestation of genuine fortitude. The rector of the International Eurasian University, who is also the editor of the International Education Department of the Times of Russia, noted in his speech that combining the efforts of the BRICS countries in the field of education, the introduction of uniform educational standards for the member countries of the alliance and caring for the spiritual health of the younger generation are certainly the prerogatives of development today. At the end of his fiery speech, Konstantin Klemenko held a solemn ceremony of awarding Ambassador of the Federal Republic of Ethiopia to the Russian Federation with the diploma of Honorary Doctor of the International Eurasian University. After that, Abusipian Karkarov was awarded the Honorary International Certificate of the BRICS Cultural Media Forum for his contribution to the spiritual enlightenment of the nation and the publication in Russian of the monumental works of the greatest sheikh of the theorist of Sufism Ibn Arabi. The award was presented by representatives of the BRICS Cultural Media Forum, Vice President Dr. Sergei Dvoryanov and Head of the Department of Interparliamentary Cooperation of the BRICS countries, Deputy of the State Duma of Russia Andrei Svintsov. Dmitry Samko, a public activist and peacemaker, initiated the solemn ceremony of awarding honorary international diplomas of the Ambassador for Peace of the Universal Peace Federation to two public leaders of Russia. Arseny Kaptolov received an honorary diploma for global efforts to ensure access to clean water and empower young people in support of the 6th United Nations Sustainable Development Goal, clean water and sanitation for all. Vasily Zovdun, Vice President of the Center for Business Cooperation with Foreign Countries, was awarded for strengthening humanitarian and economic ties with Africa and implementing significant charitable initiatives. The round table also included discussions that made us think about the moral and humanitarian role of journalism in the digital age. Sergei Shurigin, President of the Russian-American Society for Friendship and Business Cooperation, President of the International Academy of Spiritual Unity of the Peoples of the World, proposed the establishment of the Millennium Peace Prize, in which one of the nominations will be to reward honest and merciful media figures who demonstrate exceptional dedication to the cause of peace and truth, the preservation of humanity and purity. In conclusion, Dr. Sergei Dvoryanov noted, "The Times of Russia has gone from a small printing press in 1941 to a global conscience platform. Her digital transformation is proof that even in today's world, truth and compassion remain the most powerful tools for achieving peace." The Times of Russia continues to be an emblem of journalistic honesty and intercultural understanding, where hearts and thoughts truly unite.